Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Frosty Takes, episode 42. We got the whole crew here once again. Myself, Nick, Bruce, Blake, Dylan. We're ready to rock. Shout out Underdog Fantasy Sports. Use promo code FROSTY for a deposit match bonus up to and including $100. That is up to and including $100, promo code FROSTY. But other than that, we're gonna get right back. We're gonna get right into it, folks. Starting off with the MLB, and I've taken some slander. Respectfully, I accept the slander too when it comes to the Cubs, and not watching games, not being super involved. And what I'll say is the main problem is Marquee Sports Network. It's the biggest bullshit I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. Dylan, I don't know if you have any opinions on this, but this shit has to go because I don't have DirecTV. They're not really on anything else. So I can't even watch 90% of the games. I can only watch them nationally televised. And I would love to throw them on during the day on the big screen here and just have them running in the background while I'm doing shit for work. But I can't even do that. I really can't even do that. Dylan, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but do you have a way to watch the game? Do you have a Marquee Sports Network? Is there something I'm missing? You have DirecTV. Okay.
He's being facetious.
Oh, is this? This is why I lead it off, because this is the dumb shit that happens when you let me talk. But okay. Send me the link and then we're gonna move on. But I will say in closing argument of this, that Marquee Sports Network has to fucking go. I want to be able to enjoy the games. I don't want to have to get to a point where the Cubs are in the playoffs somewhere down the line, and I have to fucking buy some fucking DirecTV expansion for a month or two before I can.
You won't have to
televised. Nationally televised games are on. The playoffs are nationally televised.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, all right. At least I don't have to do that. But still, I'd like to know more about the team. I'd like to watch, but I don't even have the option, and I have the time. I have the fucking time now. I've never been in a better
Sports Network with Comcast.
You might
just included.
Yeah, so do I.
They need to strike a deal with YouTube TV because, kind of like the NFL Sunday Ticket, because I'll have NFL Sunday Ticket this year, which is going to be fucking miraculous.
Can't you add Marquee on for like $8 a month?
Not on YouTube TV.
Probably.
I'm not sure that's a recent change because I looked last year, but I did not look this year. I just assumed it wasn't. If you could look it up and tell me, I'll do it.
Let me look.
I know there are some customizable packages. I haven't looked into that in a while, but Marquee was not the last time I looked.
Marquee is exclusive TV home of the
which is just absolutely fucking ridiculous.
No, it doesn't offer it. Yeah. So you are right.
It's fucking horseshit. Okay? You're taking the game away from fans who want to see your fucking team because of greed, dishonor, and scumbaggery. And I won't fucking stand for it. If I wanted to deal with greed, dishonor, and scumbaggery, I would just go be a fucking Sox fan and deal with Reinsdorf.
Hey.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, Reinsdorf's never declared bankruptcy, so at least we have that.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with bankruptcy.
Yeah, declaring bankruptcy when you own a major league sports team is kind of a scumbag move, and that's what your guys did.
Yep.
Just a thought before we start throwing stones from glass houses.
Moving on.
All right,
I got MLB expansion. Nick, lead off MLB expansion.
Yeah, so it seems like there are 4 major stadium issues in the MLB, starting with the A's, Tampa, the Diamondbacks and the Brewers, but Rob Manfred has had this plan in for almost 10, 15 years. So as soon as the Athletics, which it looks like they're going to go to Vegas, get a new stadium, and then Tampa figures out their stadium things, there's going to be 32 teams added to go. The MLB is going to go to 32 teams. So I was just thinking, what cities would we want to see expansion in? I'll throw 2 out there off the top of my head, Nashville and give me Montreal.
Nashville, 100%. Kind of a similar vibe to Vegas. I think they can hold their own when it comes to Major League Sports. Shout out my guy Blake. I wouldn't mind seeing another team in Canada.
Yeah, those are my two spots. Anyone else have anything different?
I don't know. Everything.
Wait,
every
hold
time,
on. What were your two spots again? Nashville and
Montreal.
Montreal.
That's
so I just fucking copied you.
Or Quebec.
Nah, Quebec. NHL though. Move the fucking Coyotes to
Quebec is a province. Montreal is in Quebec.
Oh,
There is a
there you
thing
go.
called Quebec City, Bruce.
There you go. I'm not so good with geography.
But go ahead, Bruce. What is your take?
Every time, it doesn't matter what league, we either talk about fucking Seattle, but they already have a baseball team, or like East Coast. So why don't we give like Middle America something to root for? Let's put one in fucking like Des Moines, Iowa. Let's see how that works.
It wouldn't.
Des Moines has the Iowa Cubs, and they don't have a big enough market for an MLB team. They're a AAA team destination at best. They only have 200,000 fucking people in the city, within a vicinity, 300,000 max within driving distance.
Okay, so maybe not Des Moines. How about Lincoln, Nebraska, or just
what about Kansas
where
City?
there's-
No, Kansas City has the Royals. What
Kansas
about
City's got
Oklahoma
the
City?
Royals.
Oklahoma City.
There you go.
That's
That'd
not
be a
bad.
good-
That's not
that'd be a
bad.
good-
Oklahoma, that's a good call,
The
Josh.
Thunder,
Oklahoma City.
they got the Thunder. They can expand off them.
That's exactly the kind of shit I was talking about too. Let's put one out in the middle of fucking the middle of America. Let's give those people who don't have shit something to root for.
You want to know who really doesn't have shit? Let's talk about fucking Wyoming, the Dakotas.
Yeah, but there's
Wyoming
not a
people are
city
weird.
big
What if
enough
we
to
fucking
populate a
what if we
stadium.
create a major city in between the three of them? Because don't they all meet? Or maybe it's Idaho, but like where the three states meet, we create this fucking large city and build this franchise that we start and we become billionaires because everybody moves there from those three states. Because what else are you gonna do?
Omaha,
The drugs
Nebraska?
are really kicking your ass, huh?
No, no such thing.
He said, go find the border of 3 states and we'll put a team right on the borderline.
So it doesn't sound like a good business idea.
It is if the economy fits out the way I'm seeing it.
It doesn't.
So in the middle of
tell you
nowhere,
right
the
now.
economy is going to be booming.
I'm saying we create a booming economy by combining these three states into one major city where they all meet.
Okay.
Now, this is a 30, 40-year plan.
Here's a little wrench into this idea. What taxes do you pay? Who, like, which state do you belong to?
Well, here's the thing. This is where
let-
it gets
let-
interesting.
Well,
You
let's
got to
go.
pay
It's
taxes in
interesting.
each
We
state.
become an
'cause then we're losing
unaccounted.
money.
We do the shit where you're unaccounted. So we're not a part of any of the states.
Let's go on that
You're
Trump plan.
talking,
We just don't pay taxes.
Unincorporated.
Let's just go on the Trump plan.
unincorporated. Yeah, not unaccounted. We go into the unincorporated area. You know how, like, when you're going from, like, say, Illinois to Wisconsin, and you see that you're leaving Illinois sign, and then there's a good mile or two before you see the Welcome to Wisconsin sign. We go right fucking there, but in the Dakotas and Idaho or whatever it is.
Oh, okay. Here's another question for you. Where are we getting the money to build a stadium and start this team from if we don't have backing from a state government or city government?
Cubes.
Well, we're gonna have to buy a lot of lotto tickets.
Did you say pubes?
Cubes. Mark Cuban.
I was like,
I
what
think
are
Mark
you
Cuban would be.
gonna do, bro?
Wait a minute, we take it to Shark Tank.
Exactly. A-Rod. A-Rod. The Corp.
Doesn't the court? Isn't he in on a franchise ownership group?
The Timberwolves. And then he's going to own the
I thought
White.
he was in baseball.
Nah, he's going to own the White Sox when Jerry dies, though.
Yeah.
Does Jerry
That's
have a
not good,
successor?
No, but that's the rumor. Him and A-Rod are tight, and there have been rumors that Jerry's selling him shares already, and that he'll get to have full control. With the Timberwolves, he's like a minority.
Wouldn't that be public information? Could we find that out if he was getting shares?
No, not with Jerry the way he is.
Are the Sox privately owned? That no, because there's viable shares.
They're most definitely privately owned. There's just a bunch of different owners. Jerry has like 55%. The other 40 something's owned through a bunch of different people. He has the controlling shares. This is the most important thing.
Blake, cities. Give me two of them.
So I actually thought of Nebraska before we even talked about that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
actually,
really
hold on. They do the College World Series there, and it is a fucking
And
blast.
it gets going.
It gets going. I like
Yeah,
where you're
but
going. I rescind my.
Dude, why
I
not
don't
Mississippi?
disagree with that, but like that's probably a lot of people traveling to see their ball clubs. You know,
Is-
it's not
not
it's not
even.
Nebraskan people. Although I know Danny Krasich and his are they engaged?
Bruce, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, they are out there, Bruce. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
On a what number on the number of largest airports in America do you think the Omaha airport lands?
It's probably top 5, but who gives a shit about the airport?
That tells you who's coming in and out.
I've never been to Nebraska. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
The 8th largest airport in the United States.
So it wasn't top 5. Who cares?
Well, it ain't
You
beating
know
out
who else
fucking
has a big
O'Hare,
ass
New
airport?
York, LAX.
You know who else has a big ass airport? Denver. When was the last
Denver
time
has
the
a fucking
Rockies were
team.
worth a shit?
Did you see the conspiracy theory around that too?
It's built in the shape of a swastika, and there's the gateway to hell in it, and the Illuminati tunnels. Yeah, there's a ton of shit about that one.
Yeah.
Tell you
Creepy.
what, though, it's a good looking ball stadium.
Yeah,
It's a
Coors
good
Field.
looking
Besides
city.
the swastika thing, but like if you look at it and like you're at home plate looking out, like it's a dope.
You're
it's a dope
not
stadium.
the stadium's not a swastika. The
Jesus.
airport is. Dude, what the fuck?
Did I get things mixed up?
Yeah, your wires got crossed.
I double crossed, pulled it.
Is it just me or is Nyla frozen on everybody else's screen like
Yeah,
every
he is.
10 seconds? Too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
I am.
Said
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Well, I'm moving on my screen.
That's great.
That's not the one we're looking at, bud.
You want me to refresh?
No.
I don't give a shit what you do. I just thought it was funny.
Well, I want the people to be able to see me, and we're recording off Dylan.
They get a clip every 30 seconds or so.
I'm gonna refresh. I'll give you a fucking clip, you motherfucker.
Give me a clip. What?
Anything else on baseball expansion?
Charlotte and
Charlotte,
Indianapolis.
Okay.
North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. Whoever said that, I'm all for it.
He didn't say North Carolina, so.
Well, that's
Oh,
He
he
said
did.
Charlotte, you fucking
Never
idiot.
mind. I was getting Indy mixed up.
All right, let's get into UFC real quick. Bruce,
Yeah.
take it away. Thoughts on the card. Break down what your highlights for you. What did you see? What did you like? We watched it together. I had a great time. Give me your thoughts. UFC 293? 290?
290.
290.
Elite matchmaking put together by the UFC. There was a lot of really good fights. Even going to like the prelims were awesome. Robbie Lawler in his 38-second knockout in the last fight of his career. That was sick. With the fastest KO in women's flyweight history from a plus 500 underdog.
Yeah.
Let's see, the second fastest knockout in men's flyweight history. What was the Brazilian Vitor or
Pantoja.
something?
Oh no, Pintora.
No, that was the co-main. I'm talking the prelims where the guy got his first ever submission to stay undefeated in the UFC. That was pretty sick. The first fight of the main card, my guy Bo Nickel with his
That guy's
first
gonna be a dog.
knockout.
That guy is sick. I love that guy.
He's my. I'm all
that
on
guy
this
is a
guy for the rest of
problem.
his career now.
I said that in like January. Guy's a
February for
February.
the John Jones fight.
Yeah,
After
exactly.
I was
that was my
telling you
first
that he was
time
a
seeing him
monster.
fight, and he looked like a mean
Bruce.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, Bruce is the first guy to tell me about him, and that guy is going to be a fucking problem.
Because shout out to Blake
Bruce told me.
and Awas and Tripp. They got me on to fucking college wrestling at Loris. I remember watching Bo Nickel win 3 national championships. Just with his wrestling. He is a bad bad man. He might be the best wrestler on the planet. And I guess he's just got the power
I was gonna
behind
say
his hand to put you out
he
in
didn't even wrestle
38
this week
seconds.
this weekend. He
He
fucking
did
knocked that
not
dude
get
the fuck
hit
out.
once. No, he got punched once. And it was the first time he had been hit in 4 career fights. Like, are you serious? The first time he's been hit in 4 fights. He's
That's
got
nuts, man.
three submission wins and now a knockout in 38 seconds. That guy's going to be a problem. He fights at middleweight 155, which I believe is who holds the belt there? Islam Makhachev is the belt
Oh my
holder at
God, that would
155.
be
So yeah, just
such a
look
good
forward to
fight.
that. Probably like January 25.
Oh my God, that would be
Because
a
Bo Nichols
crazy
is
fight.
superstar.
I
Although I will say
agree.
the guy he was fighting was undefeated going into that fight. He had never
3
fought in
weeks
UFC.
notice.
It was his UFC debut on 3 weeks notice. He did not look bad for the monster they fed him to.
He really didn't have a chance.
The guy he was supposed to fight didn't have a chance. So I don't know how a replacement guy could fight. And then second fight on the main card, Jalen Turner, Dan Hooker.
That was a great fight.
You
Great
said this
fight.
one was fight of the night. They actually did get the fight of the night bonus. Just an absolute war. Two guys just going.
Dan Hooker
at
is
it.
fucking insane. You want to talk about a metal chin? That thing is made of fucking pure concrete, metal, whatever fucking hard function you can think of. That guy was taking some shots and just stayed up. I couldn't believe it.
He ate one head kick that would have put
Anybody else?
85-90% of the people on this planet to sleep for an extended period of time. And Dan Hooker just ate it and then followed up with a good counter right after. It was an all-out war. Shout out to those guys. They went after it on Saturday and they put on a hell of a show. The next fight, Robert Whittaker versus Dricus du Plessis. I don't like Dricus du Plessis, but he was absolutely dominant with a knockout like halfway through round 2. It didn't look like Whittaker had a chance, and he was probably next in line to get a title fight. So now Dricus du Plessis and Izzy are going to fight for the title. They've already set it up. I don't know when it'll be, but it's this year.
That's going to be one to watch.
It's going to be
There's
like 2
bad
months.
blood.
Because
Blood.
Dricus du Plessis is from South Africa. He's Dutch South African, which, if you know anything about the history of South Africa, they were the people who did apartheid. And then now there's this Dutch South African guy talking about he's going to be the first real African champ in the UFC. And when he said that, it was Izzy, Francis Ngannou, and Kamaru Usman all holding belts and representing African countries. So that's some legit bad blood that we're gonna see coming up. I believe they said 293.
Bruce, for the listeners who are maybe of younger age, can you explain what apartheid is?
Apartheid is not quite slavery, but like just outright brutal racism where they were like beating and murdering black South Africans in the streets. So Nelson Mandela went to prison because of it.
Got you. Okay. That's for our junior listeners who maybe didn't know everything that was being said. But thank you for that analysis, Bruce.
Apartheid was very bad thing that lasted until like the 80s. Next fight was the co-main. Alexandre Pantoja versus Brandon Moreno.
A true contender for fight of the night. Truly was.
5 rounds because it's a title fight. They took all 5. It was an extremely close fight. A lot of blood everywhere.
There's going to be, I think that's an instant rematch. I don't think anybody else gets a chance at the title. I think they let Brandon Moreno.
It was a split decision for Pantoja, so they're definitely just going to run it right back. Probably 4 or 5 months, 5, 6 months, something like that. They'll run it back. That'll be another one to watch out for because it was just awesome. Both of those guys,
great fight,
world-class strikers, and they were just throwing hands. They went after it. A lot of times, both guys looked like they were out, kept going, went the distance. It was beautiful. It was just a perfect execution of fighting. And then the main event, the reason we showed up, Alexander Volkanovski fighting Yair Rodriguez. Yair, knockout specialist for 145 pounds. He's an absolute monster. He was the interim champ. Volk had to defend his title after vacating it to fight Islam. Josh, what were your thoughts on that fight? Because it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Volk really was completely dominant, in my opinion. I mean, he never looked out of control. And, what you get with Pereira is some crazy shit. Yair Rodriguez. I'm sorry. I don't know how I fucked that up so quickly. But, yeah, I mean, you watch his highlight tape. The guy's a walking highlight tape from all his past fights. He can throw some crazy elbows from fucking any position. Phenomenal striker. You never know what he's going to do in the ring. And Volk just went in there and completely shut any of that shit down. Just shut that shit fucking down. And won in truly dominant fashion, in my opinion. But great
TKO in the fourth.
Great fight.
He was firmly in control the whole time.
I thought it was the third.
No, it was the fourth.
Early fourth. It was early fourth then. But yeah,
4:19 of the fourth. So
late in the fourth.
No, I think they count down.
Yeah, so it's early. The first 40 seconds.
40 seconds in, yeah.
I think he had hurt him. Didn't he hurt him at the end of round 3?
Yeah.
And you just looked fucked when he had to stand back up for round 4. I think that's what happened. But it was truly good fight. Dominant fashion from Volk. Excited to see who he fights next and where that goes because it's going to be a fight to watch for sure. But what I learned about the UFC and was reiterated to was how phenomenal it is, how exhilarating it is to bet on UFC. It's just an and it's very hard. You're not always going to win money. Bruce did not win money when we were fucking watching that shit. But it's one of the harder sports, I think, out of all of them to bet because anything can happen. But I had so much fun fucking betting that fight. All those fights.
It was a UFC card. Even a bad UFC card is still a good time.
And I got the Volk TKO, which is fucking huge. I got Pantoja as an underdog money line straight up. I got that. We hit some good bets. We missed out on a couple shockers, but it is what it is.
You had Bo Nickel by KO.
I had Bo Nickel by KO. That was Bruce said submission in the first round, and I said I got a bad feeling about this. It seems too good to be true. I took the KO. That was another electric one. But see that's the type of electric bet you can get out of UFC, man. Especially if you bet like yours, like if you would have submitted them in the first round, like that shit would be fucking just outstanding to get rowdy about. And we did. We did get a little rowdy.
Yeah, we did.
I had a great time. I even didn't have to deposit because I opened my account and I had $160 in there that I did not know was fucking in there. I truly did. And it blessing in disguise.
That's not really in disguise.
It was in disguise, but now it's been undisguised. We know that Batman is Bruce Wayne.
What?
It was undisguised, like Batman.
Okay.
Before it was Batman.
Okay.
And now the money is Bruce Wayne because we know who's under the fucking Batman suit. We know that they are one. I know that me and my account are one with money included in the account. Nick, do you have anything to say about UFC? You said you went back and rewatched the fights. I don't know if I believe it. You sat there and said nothing the whole fucking time. No analysis.
Bo Nickel's awesome. I thought the last fight was kind of mid.
What was mid about it?
Just wasn't my kind of fight. I like
Okay, what about it wasn't your fight?
He won. Volk won by a knockout.
Volk doesn't do it for me. It's got to be Adesanya or a big dude, or it's got to be my guy drinking out of a boot. Like, it's just two lame dudes.
What do you like about Adesanya, dude? That guy is one of the most boring fighters.
He's the best fighter in the UFC.
He's a tarantula. I'd say Adesanya is better than both those guys.
Okay, but you're telling me that you like electric stuff. You like electricity.
Volk. All I needed to hear, from what I saw on there, Volk was way better. The other guy shouldn't even have had that fight. Fight someone who's actually good. The UFC throws me off.
Oh my God, this guy has never heard of Yair Rodriguez and doesn't know what Yair Rodriguez.
The UFC is cool. I like it. The problem with the UFC is they give these fucking stars these weak ass fights. I need to either see like Boot Guy go against Bo Nickel, or I need to see
Boot Guy's ass, and they don't fight in the same weight class.
Okay, that's fine, but I need to see better matchups. And
you can't even remember Boot Guy's name. That's why you're calling him.
It's like Hawaiian.
It's Tai Tuivasa. It's a very easy name to remember. It's kind of fun to say.
It is fun to say.
He gets knocked out constantly.
He does.
How are you going to tell me that you need good matchups? This is some of the best matchups we've had all year. This card.
I disagree. I think
by far the best card the UFC.
I would say and the best cards are in the winter for sure. The better matchups because they know people.
This was the best card they've put out.
It just wasn't that hyped. I looked on Twitter.
The John Jones card was bad. Even the John Jones fight was bad.
That was a bad fight. I'm not saying it wasn't, but there's more hype.
Because really. John fucking Jones.
There was more hype to you.
Because John Jones killed a man.
But to people who like UFC, Yair versus Volk is a huge fight. Brandon Moreno.
I don't think Yair was ever winning.
Is a huge fight. He may not have been, but he was the interim champ.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like you throw interim champ.
He beat everybody else.
He played some.
He beat everybody. Everybody else
dude,
to win that.
Let me tell you what this card was. This was like the Chiefs playing the fucking Vikings, the Packers, and the Lions. That's what
I don't know how you can say that when a champ lost a belt.
Dylan just next time brought up the Packers.
A champion lost a belt, and you're saying this is like a breeze through.
He shouldn't have fucking had the belt, dude. He wasn't good.
No, I'm not even. I'm talking about the fight before that. Brandon Moreno lost his belt to Alexander Pantoja.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. This
give me McGregor.
Because he's a
give
casual.
Me Bo Nickel.
Neither of those guys.
Give me bigger names because Twitter was it was crickets on Twitter too. And then I rewatched them, and it's just like, okay, you're hyped. You're getting hyped. A main card should go the distance.
I can't wait till
a main fight.
You just said you wanted TKOs and knockouts.
No. It should go the distance.
5 minutes ago. You just said you like watching knockouts.
Slap the flip-flop on me.
These hoes wishy-washy.
I want a fucking bloodbath where nobody gets knocked out. If you get knocked out, if you get knocked out, you should be out of the UFC. Out. You get relegated. You have to fucking wrestle for a year, do something else. Give me guys who want to. Give me guys who want to fucking actually fight each other, not run around the ring and fucking get knocked out like a bunch of pussies.
You don't get knocked out if you
give me John Jones versus who's this guy gonna fight now though? So that's like the whole thing. He wins this title.
Who?
Volkanovski. Who's next on his list?
The number one contender in his division, or he goes up and fights Islam again.
Do that.
Which was a great fight.
Yes, that entertains me.
So what are you bitching for?
No-name.
We're telling you they're doing everything you're asking for.
I'm just saying, dude. 4 to 5 years ago, it's like I don't even care. It's McGregor. Let's just say it's fucking Khabib. It's like Khabib beat this guy.
Diaz has to be a good.
Yeah, and now he has to get through this guy and this guy. Now it's just like these fucking weird matchups. It's like, oh, this guy fought nobody and stole a belt somehow. But Volkanovski's the best and is going to steal his belt. No,
that's not how it works at all.
Miss me with all that. Give me good fights.
Volk would have fight.
Ever heard.
Volk would have fought Yair regardless,
why
but
is it
he
Volk?
vacated his belt to go fight Islam because they told him he couldn't have two.
That's stupid. You should be able to have unlimited
That's the
belts.
UFC's rules. So the number one contender then becomes the champ, and then when the champ comes back to that weight division, whenever it is, really.
No, I thought the
they
number
fight
one
for the
contender and
belt.
number two contender usually have to fight for the interim.
Yeah.
And then they get their shot if that
that's
dude
how-
comes back.
That's how Cyril Gane ended up as the heavyweight champ. And
Dude,
got beat by
that shit's
John
lame.
Jones.
Here's how we do it.
Because he beat no, that was a different scenario. That was for the vacated belt.
Here's how we do it. We do NCAA tournament bracket style.
my God.
Single elimination. You draw out of a hat. Give me the top 10. Give me the top 20 people fucking fighting against each other and move it on to the then.
Why wouldn't you just see them with the rankings? Why wouldn't you just see
hold
them?
on. Nick thinks he just discovered something. That's how the UFC started. They just get a bunch of dudes. You'd fight 3 times, 4 times in a night. It's not safe to do.
No. I'm not talking about multiple fights a night. Spread it out over 4 to 5 months.
Oh, so now you're talking the PFL where it's a league and you've got to fight so many guys, and then you go to the playoffs, and then you go.
That's
to
more
a
entertaining than this
So
fake ass.
watch
This
PFL
fucking
then.
loser Volkanovski fought, whoever his name is. Fucking should put him in a pretzel after 3 rounds. It shouldn't even have been a fight. But he has the belt. Yeah, because he fought a bunch of morons.
It wasn't a submission.
Trash.
He knocked him out in the
Oh
4th
my
round.
God.
Give me McGregor.
Move
give me
us on.
Khabib. Give me Nate
McGregor's
Diaz.
broken his leg and hasn't
Give me
finished
John
his last 2 fights.
Jones. Give me fucking Adesanya. Why can't Volkanovski fight Adesanya? Why can't we get that?
That's not the same weight class.
Trash. Because you know why?
Volkanovski is 5'6". Israel Adesanya is 6'4".
Starve him.
What do you mean starve him?
Get rid of weight classes. That shit's lame. If you're such a good fighter,
he would have
That's
to
for
starve
safety.
to go. He's not going down. Volk would go up.
fuck safety. I'm just saying there were other cards. There were other cards.
Volk would have to go up 40 pounds.
There were better cards this year.
Blake, did you see the UFC fight?
There were.
There weren't.
Yeah, and I lost a lot of money.
Did you have fun watching the
find
card?
me a better card, Nick.
I didn't watch it. I lived through Bruce's text, and
see, even Blake didn't watch it. He had better things to do.
Yeah,
I bet Blake
didn't want to pay for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I didn't want to pay.
I bet if it was Adesanya and someone else, he would have paid.
I bet he wouldn't have.
No. But yeah, I went all out on Moreno and Volkanovski money lines, and Moreno didn't come through, so I'm broke now.
Damn.
Tough.
All right. Well, that's the UFC for you. You got Blake who didn't watch, me and Bruce who watched and gave you a strong analysis of the card, and Nick who knows absolutely fucking nothing.
That's about right.
I'm looking through the only card that would even come close to this fight would be because that was I can't even say Pereira Adesanya too, because that was really the only good fight on that card. So it really would be Volk versus Makhachev. So the only more interesting fight than Volk Yair was Volk Makhachev, and Yair fought as the co-main on that card to win the flyweight interim championship.
Yeah, that was a good card.
This one was better.
Why are we going in circles here? Why are we? You just keep going at him, and he's been saying the same thing to you, and you say the same thing fucking back, and then you start up telling us how this is the best fucking card. The real people understand and get it was the best card. Why do you have to keep going at this innocent, bro?
I just think it's funny that he's saying it's not a good card, but the main event was.
And you go right back to what you were just starting every combo with. You just started the circle again.
I just don't get it.
just would stop. But just don't get it in your head. Just keep it out there and keep it to yourself for now. Because Jesus fucking Christ, I don't want to hear 10 minutes of us saying the same thing 5 times.
Volkanovski's a pussy.
You're gonna give me a fucking headache. Move it on. What's the next fucking topic?
You should know.
I
Yeah,
am the
who
Fountain
sends
Cup
the list?
champion. I am the greatest.
I
I
am
told you. I gave you the odds. I gave you the
No,
odds.
no, you didn't. You said I was gonna shoot in the hundreds and you were gonna win by 5 strokes. And
I said that when I was drunk. Come on.
we could have flipped a coin and one of us could have won. That was
No.
that.
I
that
just
came
played. I
down-
just executed the back 9 flawlessly after the triple bogey. I did.
I don't
did.
know. I think we tied everything. I think what fucked me was the second hole
I was 1 up.
on the back.
I was 1 up on 17.
No, you weren't. You were 2 up. You finished 1 up total. I
Correct.
parred
I
the
was
last 2
2 up.
holes.
I was 2 up.
Yeah. You parred it. You parred
And we both
17.
we both hit great drives.
Yeah.
I elected to go first with my iron shot. And what did I do? I put the pressure on you, motherfucker. I stuck 1 to 10 feet like a boss and executed the fact that I was going to win. You were dead after that. After that shot, it was...
Whoa. On 18, bro. You fucking hit one of the worst drives I've seen you hit all day. And then just had a really good out.
And then I shanked one.
Yeah.
And then I shanked one because you know what? I still felt so confident that I was in such great position to win that I could go ahead and try and hit one 190 over wall.
If I would have shot like a 95 and you won by 10 strokes, you can talk the shit you're talking. But you won by a stroke. You deserve to win. You can talk that shit. But don't say you were that much better of a golfer. It came down to a swing or two. And me and you were both dialed in on the back 9. We were parring everything. We were parring everything. I had the one.
We shot 42s, and that's with an 8 on the scorecard.
Yeah, on what was that? 3. Yeah,
3.
we both got
a hole we do not talk about.
No.
Was hole 12, number 3 at Fountain Cup. That's a hole we don't fucking talk about.
Dude, I was fine too. That's probably the hole that lost it for me because I hit that drive. It was on the car. No, I hit a drive right, and then my second shot with the 5 iron went left into the trees, and then I found it, had to play it from 10 feet in the thing. I should have just took a drop there and tried going at the hole. But I tried to punch it out.
To be honest with you, I thought about it. Either way, you probably would have been fine. I think the drop gives you a better lie than what you had.
Yeah, I should have. No, as soon as I hit it like 6 feet in front of me, I'm like, I should have just taken the drop and went for the hole. Like just got a 6 iron or 7 iron, just blasted it, tried to get it there and make up a stroke, and I didn't, and that's probably what cost me. But I have no regrets about the way I played that day.
No, you did play. You played well. We're gonna let him talk. We're gonna give him the mic. He was leading through 7.
Leading through 7.
We had a little bit of a meltdown. Bruce, take us your thoughts on the Fountain Cup. And we're just gonna let you speak first on this one, big dog. We're gonna let you speak first.
So, like you said, I was playing really well through 7 holes, shooting at 35. I think the turning point in my head, where just the lack of sleep over the last 3 days had started to kick in. On the 8th hole, on the front 9, everybody in the group hit a terrible tee shot. The whole group. And a wasp technically had the best shot of them all. And we all go, hey, do we want to do a free mulligan? Like, no harm, no foul. Everybody.
The only one we offered all day, too. The only one that got truly offered all day. Because we really didn't need too many of them. We didn't have any situations where anybody all hit bad drops. But take it back.
A wasp hit the ball 120 yards. And technically he was further than everybody else. So I don't know if he felt like he had a big dick or something. but he said no. He's playing from the cart path, and he denies the free re-tee. And from there, I went 7. I got a 7 on a par 4. For those keep wondering how the course was working, 9 was a par 4. I hit an absolutely beautiful drive, and then my second shot went in the water.
Straight
and
in.
I realized we're in for a rough time. Managed to make it in for an 8 on 9. Go back, start over. Hole 1 is 10. That was a 7. Again, very poor. I put my tee shot into the driving range. That's never a good sign. 2. My 2 at this point is raining.
Killed himself on 2.
I didn't have a terrible drive. I was off a little bit. I was just trying to hit a punch shot from behind a tree. I must have opened the face a little bit when I hit the ball because it went just a bit right of where I was aiming and it hit a fucking tree and screamed back at my own face at
Dude,
about
he
85
almost
miles an hour.
He almost
Like
knocked himself
I
out.
could have caught it if I had the reflex.
He almost fucking killed himself.
It was all I
He
could do.
almost killed himself.
It was all I could do to get out of the way. That obviously becomes a disaster. I had to punch out, and I was in a par 4, 11th hole for another 8. Then the par 5, 3rd hole, number 12 at the Fountain Cup that these two have already said we don't talk about. I was shooting 4.
He just kept dumping his hybrid in front of him.
My third shot came from before where the fairway starts. For those of you at home, think about that. I hadn't made it to the fairway. It's not that I missed 3 times. So that's another 8. And I looked at Josh as I was walking up to hit my 6th shot, and I go, I don't want to be here anymore. I think I'm going home. And Josh just kind of looked at me and he just shook it off. He's like, the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't know that. I didn't know you said that.
And I went on about a day. I finished with an 8 on the par 5. And then we played the par 4. I actually got a 5. And all I used on the entire hole was my sand wedge.
Lefty.
Yeah, I did hit it lefty at one point. Yeah.
That was the par 3.
So what, Bruce?
That was the par 3.
What was it? Just the lack of sleep?
I mean, that was the overarching problem, but the complete and utter collapse of my game. You guys saw me out there. I was starting to throw clubs, and I was getting very frustrated with myself and everything going on around me.
Would you have left though?
If
you had sleep?
I don't think I would have. Nothing would have been as exaggerated as it was.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't think my game would have fallen apart as much. There's a point where obviously I was playing better than normal and I would have come down a little bit, but I came crashing from the ceiling all the way through the floor, through the basement, and then another 30 feet. It was that kind of slide.
I think
Bruce.
I couldn't. The rain had started to pick up a little bit as we were walking off the green on the 4th. I was cold. I was tired. I was out of contention at that point, and I was like, "This is just gonna get worse from here," because I could tell how that go. That's just a downward spiral, and I was gonna end up shooting a 120, and it was gonna ruin my entire day. And I've just gotten to the point where I'm not gonna do that to myself.
Wait, Bruce.
Especially now, I have very little time to myself outside of this fucking school bullshit. Because I'm out of the house at 5:40 and I'm home at 5 o'clock. It's a long goddamn day, and I get home and I'm tired. So when I have some free time, I like to use it wisely. And I was just going to be a fucking asshole all day So instead, I just left there, and I went and slept for 3.5 hours. And like Josh said, he came over and we had a delightful time.
We did.
Bruce,
And
I was telling Josh, like, obviously it was the Fountain Cup and shit like that, but like, we should probably go back to, and unless it's the Fountain Cup or we set up this PGA thing, we should just do scrambles, because then if someone's having a really bad day, at least they can get picked up by a teammate.
This guy's a fucking pussy. This guy's such a
It's not
bitch.
even that.
I'll play you
It's not
anytime,
even that.
Nyloff, for whatever you want to play.
I think we need to give strokes. I think we need to give people.
But dude, he's
handicaps
playing
and
that
give
bad. He
strokes.
still wouldn't have won.
If he has strokes, he could play that bad and still be in contention.
Maybe that's the move. Huh?
Maybe
Because he's
it
gonna not
shouldn't
come down
be
to the
that
wire till
bad,
the end,
but
and if he fucks it up, it'll be by hole 16 instead of hole 7.
that's
Yeah,
why
and
I
then
just
he
need
doesn't
to
leave
not be
immediately.
that bad.
Yeah.
So
He would grind through it, and he'd have some positive remarks. But Bruce, we appreciated
I'm
the
just
time that you
saying, like,
gave
on
us.
a normal, if this was a month ago and we did this, I wouldn't have left because I would have been well rested or hung over, but like ready to hang out with the boys. But like I was just between starting to get up at 5 o'clock every morning and then the Drake concert and then drinking at Nyloff's the night before. Like I had like 9 hours of sleep in 3 days, and I was just not the same person.
Another thing too, I do like a morning tee time, but if we're gonna do something like the Fountain Cup where there's that much money on the line, we should probably tee off at like 3 and just finish when it gets like basically just finish up when it's twilight and when it's getting
Play a
dark.
twilight round, get off the course.
What is the
time to
reason
get
for
off the
doing
course.
Twilight?
Just so everyone's well rested. If we had a bad night before, if we're hungover, we can use the day to eat a meal, be good.
That's a good point.
I'm
Josh, that's
not
a
gonna
good
lie to you.
point. If we were teeing off at like 2:30, 3 o'clock,
because then we could have just went
I
right into
bet we would have just
going to
went way
Bruce's.
harder at your house on Friday night.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. And then, too, you have the day, you can get your shit done, you can sleep, whatever you're going to do. I just think a bigger, like, again, like what we did at Big Run and what we did the day after at Broken Arrow was fine, even though Josh was really hungover. But at Big Run,
it was not fine.
Well, I mean, you
you
say that was fine. Josh was hungover, and you had to find a replacement for me because I got too drunk at the bar.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying.
Bruce misses tee times. Jay Nyloff never misses a tee time.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Technically, I didn't miss a tee time. I filled it with another person.
No. The only thing you're filling.
I backed out of a round, sure, but I didn't miss a tee time.
The only thing you're filling is seats.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a world premiere.
Frosty
Takes production. We're coming out with our own film. Here's a little trailer we made for you. Take it away. This is the Frosty Takes 30 for 30.
Let me know if you can hear it.
You're gonna have to change the name of that because ESPN will come with the C&D.
Tell them to come.
I hope they do.
We don't have the same lawyers. Pardon my take does.
I have a pretty good one.
We don't hear anything. No sound.
Amongst the greatest collab.
Hold on. Doing this on the fly.
Maybe the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I haven't seen it.
Are you ready?
Amongst the greatest collapses in sports history, one stands out from the rest. What if I told you a man who was leading the Fountain Cup after 7 holes quit on the 13th? This fall, join us for the critically acclaimed, shocking, embarrassing, sad fall from grace. Frosty Takes presents 30 for 30, the Walkoff.
or come to you, buddy, for your first reaction.
Words can't express how much I fucking hate you guys.
We literally said it when you left. We're like, this is an all-time career-altering moment for Bruce.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
Oh my god, Dylan, great work. Dylan Jankowski,
that's some of
everybody.
the
Let's
best
give this guy a
editing
hand.
and
Come on,
product
give that guy a hand.
we have seen on the podcast.
That a boy Dylan.
Just unbelievable stuff from the man behind the booth.
And you will see that blasted on social soon.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
Bruce, you got to think that's one of the best productions that you've ever seen.
to be fair, they told me to make it.
He's fucking speechless.
Oh yeah, you're just following orders, Nazi.
I mean, you could.
I mean, if that's the argument, I'm just following orders. So were they.
I got a nice little check in the mail for this.
Nick paid him $100 to fucking do this.
It's like handing him out candy. That's the easiest 100 I've ever spent. We're fighting between Turner Sports and ESPN right now. Who's going to make the full thing? Stay tuned.
Oh my god, Bruce, what do you think of the video, man? Give us some verbal thoughts.
I think
Brucey?
he put his mic up.
Bruce, there's no other way. We just had to do it, and you may be suspended from next year's Fountain Cup. It's something we'll talk through.
No, he paid his suspension.
He paid it?
He paid his suspension. With what we got going, he paid his suspension.
That's fine.
But
But
that is a fair point.
We'll more than welcome back to the Fountain Cup.
we're just gonna have to.
Like I said, we'll give him strokes. We'll give him strokes this time.
That's fine, and we'll
He's
just
gotta
tee
accept-
off later.
And I'm not
And we-
talking like we don't got to give this guy 30 strokes. We can see he could play well. He just can't do it for 18 consistent holes.
So what do we give
gotta
him? 10?
I'm thinking like around that 10, 12 range. Yeah.
So, but what does that mean? He starts with a 10-shot lead?
He's minus 12 out the gate.
Oh, God damn.
He's minus 12 out the gate. But you got to think, right? He would have shot probably a 105 that day. So if we gave him 12 strokes, that's still, he's shooting a 93. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got to shoot like where he's like gotten good scores at, which is like mid 90s to win it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, we're going to change some things up. Obviously, it's mine and Nyloff's to lose. Awas or Rain, I can't believe I lost to that dude on Thursday morning. That guy sucks. That's the truth. He stinks.
Wait, you lost?
Awas? Yeah, that dude finished with like a 95.
Jay Nyloff won,
damn.
Blake. Jay Nyloff won.
Oh yeah.
It was
The
80,
champ.
It was
People's
88, 89. It was tight. It was a good. Hey, we talked about it. We wanted it to come down to that, and it did.
It was fun, dude. The last
it was
couple holes
fun.
were fun. There was some nerves, you know. There was legitimate like you're feeling something when you're over the ball.
And then that last hole, I was lining up straight left. You're like, you motherfucker, just playing it safe. I'm like, I'm
that's what I tried to do.
Yeah.
I tried to just poke one out down the left and have it fade back, and I just V-lined it straight left.
Yeah, it was a good time, and I think that's probably the most fun I've had at the Fountain Cup because it was tight. Dude, it was tight the front nine, too, with Bruce leading, except after 8 and 9. Like, I thought we were in for a dogfight for a little bit, Nyloff, because he hit 7. I think he said it, too. The funniest part about all of this is that he walked off is because his first 7 of 9 drives or shots off the tee box were good. Unreal. And then he turns to a was after 7 is like, well, that puts me up 1.
By the time he left 6 holes later, he was back like 10, 12 strokes.
Crazy.
And
Crazy. That's what happened with me though when I play. It happens though because on Thursday when I played Owasso at his home course and lost by 7 strokes, but the dude I was up 2. He beat me by 3, 4, and 2 strokes, and I'm down like 8 or 9. I'm like, what the fuck? Just couldn't come back. Everyone has those days though, Bruce. I'm gonna blame it on the lack of sleep, but I think it's just like a courtesy. We should.
I think we can't
with that,
do it after a concert night next year.
No, and it can't be. It just can't. It can't be. It just can't be an early round. Like, let's everyone wake up. Let's get.
But you want like a 1 o'clock
lunch.
tea time?
Yeah, like a 1, or even 2 or 3, and just go into twilight and play through that because 1, it's not going to be as busy. 2, we're like, dude, I was even a little crabby on Saturday. It's like my 3rd day in a row, like not a lot of sleep. I didn't eat anything. Don't really want to drink.
Fucking pussies.
I'm just saying. But with that much money on the line, let's make sure everyone's well rested. Let's fucking come out there at our best.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? I love morning tea times more than anyone. I'll go play at 5 a.m. tomorrow if someone asks me. But hey, in that situation, I'm not saying I agree with Bruce's actions, but I'm also saying that if I fucking was shooting like that, maybe my fucking whole club set's in the fucking lake.
We're gonna move on to the 3x3. We're gonna move on to the 3x3. Dylan, if you could pull one up for us, a new segment here where we're gonna do the puzzle. We're gonna play the professionals. What sport are we thinking, gentlemen? What do we think we got a shot at? You want hockey, baseball, or football?
Baseball.
Bruce?
Whatever.
Blake?
I'm terrible at baseball, but I'll give it a crack.
All right, you only get 9 guesses this time.
No. We're on
Are we
limit.
timed? Are we timed?
We're time limit.
Oh, it's the official one. So unless you want to do a different sport.
No. Go to the Sox one. Let's go. That's easy. I got that.
We can look them up.
Let's go.
Like
Let's
we
no.
have to
Let's rattle
to
these
get
up.
the right answer.
No, 9 guesses. He's right. That's it.
Then
So-
this segment's gonna last 10 seconds.
No, it's not. Everyone shut up and focus. Carlos
Sox Rookie
Quinton.
of the Year.
Carlos
No.
Quinton, Sox and Diamondbacks.
That's a good pick. Can I get Paul Goldschmidt for 100 plus RBI?
Nice. Good call.
Sox Rookie of the Year, Jose Abreu.
Was he?
He
Yeah.
was, yeah. That's a great pick.
Is Julio Rodriguez Rookie of the Year for Seattle, right?
Yeah, he was.
Has to be. He's so good. Seattle and Miami. Ichiro played for the Marlins, right?
No.
He definitely did, dude. I remember Ichiro in a Marlins uniform.
I don't
I do not.
I don't like that. I think we
Okay.
hold off.
I think I'm right there, but we'll hold off.
Marlins 100 RBI season. Pudge Rodriguez, Ivan Rodriguez.
I don't know about that. I say we go Ken Griffey Jr., the most obvious answer of all time.
For the Marlins?
He wouldn't have had to
Yeah.
have done it on the Marlins.
Yeah, it's just Marlins.
He never played for the Marlins.
Yeah, no, he never
I'm sorry. I thought you said Mariners.
No,
Okay.
Marlins 100 RBI season.
Did Pudge ever do Miguel Cabrera, dude? Why are we fucking around with that? I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
if
that's a good one.
I
Miguel
was going to say
Cabrera.
Giancarlo Stanton would have been a good one, too.
I don't know if he ever got there with them.
Rookie of the Year, 100 plus RBIs. Did Shohei do that?
No, this is tough.
Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
I was gonna say it doesn't have to be in the same season. They
Yeah,
just have to
that's what
have
throws
both.
me off sometimes.
Bruce, great fucking analysis. Got us back on track here.
Nice. Way to fuck us, Bruce.
How about Aaron Judge?
A-Rod never won Rookie of the Year, I'm pretty sure. Sick, Bruce.
There you
Sick.
Oh,
Sick.
man. Who played on Seattle
I got
and
it back.
the Marlins?
Dude, do Ichiro. I'm telling you, I'm right on that.
Ichiro?
Ichiro. Yeah, we have nothing to lose now.
Other than
God,
I
I'm
don't
fucking
remember
good.
Ichiro
So
playing on
good
the
at this
Mariners.
game.
We should be able
Or
to
on
think of a
the
Sox
Marlins.
and Mariner player, bro.
Kendall
Sox and
Graveman.
Marlins.
Kendall
Yeah.
Graveman.
But it's not Sox and Mariners.
Yeah.
It's Marlins.
It's Diamondbacks Mariners.
Marlins.
Or
Sox.
Sox Marlins. Let's think of a Sox Marlins.
Didn't
That's
they just
easy.
ship somebody down there this year?
No.
That first baseman, right?
No. No idea who you're talking about, guy.
Abreu.
Mark Burley. Mark Burley.
That is a good pick.
Easy money. Dude, this game's so easy, except Bruce just comes in and wrecks it.
All right, I don't know what the hell happened there. Hold on.
B-U-E.
I know. I spelled it like B-U-E.
That's not how you spell it, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's right there. All right, so what were we missing? Arizona, Seattle?
Yeah,
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson. Oh my God, that hurts. Not bad though, gentlemen. Not bad. 8 out of 9 scores, not bad.
I was thinking. I can't pull it up now. Whoa.
Oh, NHL. Do we want to do another one?
I just want to see if I was. I can't. I was thinking Billy Cox. Maybe.
I think you're right, Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, you're right. That's a good one. That's a
Didn't they leave him in Miami or Florida?
Yeah. That's a slugfest name, Billy Koch.
You know who beat Alex Rodriguez for that Rookie of the Year?
Jeter.
Jeter.
Yeah, I thought so. I watched Jeter's doc, and that was like a big thing.
Why didn't you say anything?
I tried. You just were so fucking adamant.
Somebody said good pick, so
That was Nyloff sucking on your
You
schlong.
said good pick.
Oh,
Nick,
USA's playing right now? Oh my God, they just tied in the 104th minute.
that happened in the last game. There's no way they did that twice.
Yes, they just did it. I'm watching versus Panama. 105th minute. It's in San Diego.
San Diego.
Anything else, boys? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Slowest sports week of the year. Bruce walked off 30 for 30 coming from Frosty Takes. Promo code Frosty, Underdog Fantasy Sports. Baseball teams are sunk. Football's back. Wait, Dylan, have you made your decision yet, bud? It's coming up quick.
You said I have until the week of.
Are we not doing the top 3?
Oh, I didn't know you had one prepared.
Every week, I will have a top 3.
Are we doing the 3 biggest turn-ons yet?
We are not
Jesus.
doing the 3 biggest turn-ons. You sick fuck.
Come on, let's all do one just to get the shit going here.
I'll give you 2. She's got to curse like a sailor and smoke Virginia Slims.
That's rude. Rude.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Rude.
Are you guys ready for the top 3?
Yeah, I'm waiting on it.
I'm waiting for
We're
the
gonna do
big. I'm waiting for the top 1.
3 favorite Gatorade flavors.
Lame.
I think it's electric.
I don't even drink Gatorade that much anymore. More of a vitamin water guy.
All right. Okay. I see how this is. What about
That's the
Top-
best you came up with. Gatorade flavors. Tennessee orange, cool blue, cherry.
That's wrong. Cherry in the top
That's-
3 is not right.
Love cherry.
that's horrible. That's a horrible list.
You got orange number 1.
Oh yeah, I
You
love
serious?
a good.
Psychopath.
I love a
Don't
good.
get me wrong.
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
so now
I had-
they're into it.
I
Now
had
they're into it.
Gatorade.
And
was
number
one,
four,
but that's
number
not-
4, the cucumber flavor.
Oh, this guy's
for
fucking
fuck's
horrible.
Oh yeah, you fucking drink that. You take a sip of that, and it tickles your ball sack, man. Oh yeah.
At number 1, give me lemon lime. No, or number 3. I'm sorry. At number 3, give me lemon lime.
Tastes like
At number
cactus.
2, at number 2, give me the light blue Glacier Freeze.
Oh.
Give me the light blue Glacier Freeze.
I only drink that when I'm sick.
At number 2. And at number 1, the creme de la crop, the best in this bitch. Give me Riptide Rush, light purple. Riptide Rush at number 1.
You guys said my list was trash. That list is fucking an abomination.
No,
light
it's
blue
not.
and grape are the worst flavors.
No, you're so wrong, dude. Those things are
He
the
didn't
best.
say grape though.
That's what it is.
That's
It's
different.
it's
'cause
not
they
grape.
have
It's
an
Riptide
actual
Rush.
grape.
Riptide Rush is the light purple. I know exactly what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
but there's a regular purple, and that one's grape.
Okay, they both suck.
You're full of shit too.
Bruce, give us yours.
Number 1, I go with the regular grape. Number 1 overall.
Disgusting
The
human being.
dark purple, that shit.
It's not bad. It's not
fire.
bad. I don't think it's top 3 though.
Then number 2, I go Cool Blue because everybody fucking loves Cool Blue. Cool Blue is the shit.
Cool Blue.
Cool Blue is the tits.
Cool Blue.
What would be number 3? Probably Lemon Lime.
Oh,
Just a classic.
The classic.
You can't go
bro.
wrong.
It's an
It's
OG.
delicious.
I'll tell you what. Next time I'm home, we got to play George Dunn because they got canned Gatorade.
that's a
Can't Gatorade is ass.
Oh
no.
that's
No.
the worst fucking take.
I want to
Gatorade-
change my answer. Canned Gatorade is number 1, dude. Number
Gatorade's-
1.
Gatorade's for sure better out of a bottle.
No, it is not. No, it is not, bro.
I will say canned Gatorade is better than the Gatorade powder you put into water like they do it like for football teams and shit. But it's not better than a regular Gatorade.
Dude, you're tripping.
Come on, a nice cold Gatorade out of like a gas station fridge, so much better.
I'd rather have a cold can.
Dylan, give us your 3.
Well,
Put these in the group chat so that we can get a fucking thing going for this.
I'm gonna go 1 lemon lime, 2
Scumbag.
rain lime.
Ooh, that's a good.
I couldn't
sneaky pick.
I couldn't
Dylan.
remember the name of it, so I had to look it up.
That's a phenomenal pick, Dylan. I remember that one.
And then
I don't hate it.
number 3, strawberry lemonade. It was limited
That's a good
time.
one.
I don't think they do
Dude,
it anymore.
the only Powerade I can drink is the strawberry lemonade one.
Strawberry
it's actually
lemonade
good.
Gatorade was great for mixing with vodka.
Covering all the
I like
bases here.
This is why we
I-
love Bruce. This is why we love Bruce.
I always mix
Bruce
cherry.
walking off
Or
courses.
tequila, really, to be honest.
A little tequila raid.
No, just the strawberry
A
lemonade.
Gator Keela.
My wife does like the cucumber one. or whatever it
Gatorita.
is.
Yeah, it's fucking tight. Nikki knows what's up.
That's a terrible top 3 pick, though. You can like it, but that's a
That's
terrible
my
top 3
4th.
pick.
That's my 4th. It wasn't in my top 3. It was my 4th.
We're not doing 4. We're doing 3. Blake, close us out. Give me your top 3 favorite Gatorade flavors. Gentlemen, make sure you put them in the group. Chat.
Yep. I got grape at number 3, lemon lime number 2,
Like it?
and then number 1 is Gatorade Blue Zero. I don't know why I like that so much, but the zero.
Blake, you fucking had me. And then you
No.
fucked around and put cough syrup at your number 1.
Blake, you're a weird
Bro.
guy, man.
Remember when you were
Oh,
drunk
what
and thought you were being funny and bought me the Gatorade Zero after the bar? Josh?
Oh, that was so funny. I did that shit on purpose.
That was
We're-
not funny.
We're fucking hammered. Getting picked
Well,
up from
no. I was not hammered.
whatever. Well, then I was probably hammered. And Bruce, where
You
were we
were.
at?
That's why we were at night games.
And we go to the 7-Eleven right down the
Oh,
street.
wait. Well, was that when I was there, too? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Bruce
and-
goes,
Nyloff-
give me a Gatorade.
Nyloff, we're in
I
we're
said,
in
"I
the
got
7-Eleven.
you."
He's like, I'm getting him a 0.
And I
He's
handed
like,
him that
"Zero
shit,
sugar,
bro.
you need it, bud."
Yeah, that's brutal. That's terrible. Look,
Yeah, you want to hear another story? we were at X's one night, and Nyloff had to shit and wouldn't shit in the X's and O bathroom, so he made me walk with him across the street to that gas station while he took his shit.
I don't want to shit in fucking bourbon, bro. That shit's fucked.
It was X's and O's, not
That was
bourbon.
X's. Which is crazy because you've slept on the floor in that bathroom.
Hey.
I like
Actually,
it.
didn't you-
We got
did-
employers watching
wait,
this shit, bro. Chill
wait,
out.
did-
You know what I'm saying?
Didn't you sleep on the floor in there this past Saturday when we were there? Or on Friday?
No.
Oh, that's not what I saw.
I didn't even go to the bathroom. I went to piss. It took me 30 seconds.
Sure.
I didn't even go to the bathroom. I went to piss. So where did you piss?
Outside. Like a raccoon.
Makes sense.
Like a raccoon. right, everyone
that's a fucking crazy way to end the top threes right there. I cannot believe this man put 0. Kaufman, aka Kaufman.
You guys forgot about.
What do you got to
we didn't
squirt
talk about
Mio
the
in it?
twist
You got to
top.
squirt Mio in it to get more flavor?
Oh, the twist top.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is elite. It's like
Yeah.
I'm sucking on a titty. It is elite. It's elite.
Jesus. I
You
like
can't deny it.
squirting it in my mouth.
Oh, that sounds so much better.
I even did the squeeze. Oh man.
I can only imagine Josh's conversations at home with Rachel. Hey, you lactated yet? You want to spray me, dog?
That's gross and weird.
What?
I don't know what that was, but cut this fucking thing before he said that.
Don't cut it, Dylan. Let it ride.
That's fucked. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you.
Going into a penalty shootout, USA Soccer in Panama.
Promo code Frosty on Underdog Fantasy Sports for a deposit match up to $100. Use that shit. Make some money. We're a little slow. Nick's been putting out some MLB ones. We're a little slow right now, but make sure you're well equipped. Win some money before the NFL starts. Be well equipped for the shit we're going to be coming out with when it comes to football and Underdog Fantasy Sports. Take it easy. We'll see you next week.